All right, YouTube, this is 2 Cent back with my 2 cents on OCTOPATH TRAVELER, and today I want to talk about being able to class up your units. I just pulled Adele. If you've seen my pull video, there you go. I got 4.5 star Adele, and if you haven't seen that yet, spoiler, but still go watch it. It's kind of fun. So, I also a couple weeks ago got Lynette, and so I was able to put both of these units up to 5 stars to class both of them up. And I'm just going to kind of show you the way that I did it. And just in case anybody is still wondering out there of different kind of techniques and maybe some things that you may not have thought about, some different ways of getting the currency that you might need to get these seals. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so I'm just going to go over this first one real quick because I think everybody understands that when you go into your hunts, you can get these materials to drop. And so you go in, you find the kind of job, where it says suggested jobs. Those are going to be the seals and stuff like that that can, specifically drop to class up those specific weapons. So if you're needing, like an axe user, you'd come in here and you would run this one, and you'd want to use a party that has at least 500 influence for fame. Once you do that, you can go ahead and, run the chance of picking up the seals that you need. However, and as many of you have found, it is super difficult to get the golden seals in this game, which are just the hardest kind of sort of drop rate that you need. And let me show you kind of where we're at on that. Let's look over at one unit that I still have that is 4.5 stars, and that is Tressa here. So if we look over to your learned skills, we look down here, and you can see that I have everything else that I would need, except that I don't have the golden sacred seal of the trader. Okay, so if I can't get it to drop out of there, and I'm running all of my hunts trying to get it, where else can I possibly go? Well, if you run over here, and you look into your exchange, go to your Guildstone shards, and you're going to go to your silver Guidestones here, and if you're going to scroll down, you can see here's all of those gold ones. You can get one per month of each one of these. So, if you're trying to max up or class up 2 of the same type of units, this isn't going to help you out. You're going to need to get lucky, but there's a good chance that you're probably not in that position, especially if you're, like me and a free-to-play player, which is not pulling that many 4.5 stars. So, the biggest thing here is we are looking at a pretty taxing 30,000, currency here that we need to be able to pick these up. However, if you look over into your Get Shards area, you can see that you can exchange these over. And one thing that I wanted to kind of point out to everybody is these aren't the only place of getting them. Isn't just like from your units. Like you can definitely trade these in, especially if you're not using these particular 4-star units, or if you're valuing the class up for your 5-star more than worrying about classing up these 4 stars right now, which in my opinion isn't a bad idea, because you can go ahead and kind of like focus 1 or 2 4 stars that might help with the content that's going to be upcoming. We kind of have that as a roadmap for us here in Global of which arenas are coming up, and so we can kind of pick and choose which 4 stars we want to help to build in that time period. But all the rest of them you might be able to just kind of throw away in this exchange here to be able to kind of help boost your account to get those class ups. But that's not quite all. I really wanted to show you guys this kind of little secret here. I use secret as loosely as just probably something you've overlooked, but here is from before I was classed up my Adele. As you can see, I had 300 to start of the currency we're going to need here. We need to get to 30k. And just looking here, you see up there at the top, it says silver coins. And look at those, they exchange over for 200 a pop. So I was able to pick up 27 of these, and it gave me a good boost of 5,400 on my way to being able to, get the seal I needed to class her up. So, along with that and mixing in the 4-star units that I just plain don't have the will to kind of level up and use right now, I thought, okay, it's better to get my Adele fully, working, and then go back and work on these 4-star units that we're going to keep getting pulls of every time we're on a banner, or we're still going to get a lot of silver Guidestones from our dailies, our weeklies, and all of that. So let me kind of show you where we're going to pick these silver coins up. And of course, they're going to be from our path actions. In case people have been kind of neglecting these, I think it's best to almost just clear out all of them when you see them, just because you never know when something might become useful later on. So like in this case, we have this 2 silver coins in here. So I was able to pick 2 of them up from him, and then move on and pick the additional up to 27 up from other ones. So I don't want to send you on a wild goose chase, so I'll point out the 3 towns that have probably the majority of these silver coins when I found when I was out traveling around. There might be 1 or 2 slipped in some other towns. In fact, if you know maybe another town that has a bunch, go ahead and leave it in the comments, but I know these 3 have the majority of them. The first one being Flame Grace, you know, the first town after you beat Master of All that kind of unlocks for everybody. So yeah, they're going to have some there. And then of course, if you're kind of catching on already, Vicar's Hollow is going to be the next one. So we're looking at these towns that are, you know, the ones after the Master of All, that kind of next stage in the game. And of course, the last one is the one that we just got, which, you know, honestly, I'm not even quite sure how to pronounce. Go ahead and let me know down below. Is that Don Shu? I don't know. Let me know down below what you think. Okay, so say you go through all of that and then you're still like, you know, I just don't have quite enough to hit that 30K mark. I'm, you know, building too many 4-star units, or I just didn't, you know, pull enough 4-star units to get enough to trade over. Okay, I get that. There's one other, you know, way that we might be able to go about getting, you know, a couple thousand or so here, and that's back into our exchange, back into our Guidestone shop here. And I do want to put out a caution. It looks like you can trade your gold Guidestone shards for silver ones. Do not, under any circumstances, do this. I wouldn't recommend it. Not even like keep your gold ones. You're gonna need those, so don't do that. But if you go down here to your bronze ones, there is also plenty of ways to get these, you know, kind of bronze shards, including also path actions, copper coins. So if you're out there looking for the silver coins and you find some copper ones, you can pick up some of those as well, and they can kind of trade over. Well, the thing about it is maybe we really don't want these shards, because if you're looking at the trades, not that great. If you do need the lower seals, then this is fine. This is a great way to pick that up. And this will really help anybody who's like your 3.5 stars trying to get them to a 4-star. This is you know, a way that you're going to do that. So we were initially talking about our 5 stars. Now here you can do it for 4 stars. However, should you really be pushing that 5-star, you can trade these currency in for silver Guidestones, and you're not going to get a whole lot from that. But if you do trade everything over, you can get a sizable little, you know, amount to trade over for these silver Guidestones, which then you can go back to your silver Guidestone shop, and then you can turn those back into shards at a 5-for-1 sort of ratio there. So that's basically, you know, what I kind of wanted to showcase to you guys and say, hey, this is the way that I'm classing up some of these units, because I feel like having them at the 5-star in their, you know, kind of max potential there is better than worrying about if I'm going to be able to class up and or awaken these 4-star units that I'm not even using right now. So let me know down below what you think of this and if it helped you out. And that's been my 2 cents.